Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Evan, along with Michael J. Babcock.
What's up?
Two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery.
Hello there.
With a little piece of advice, if you are going to rob somebody, make sure that the person you're going to rob isn't one of the greatest combat sports athletes of all time, who also happens to be a gun enthusiast, because you're going to see what happens when you try that on someone like, oh, I don't know, UFC future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest ever, Jon Jones. Jon Jones posted this video at his Albuquerque home over the weekend, saying that he was just chilling at his home when somebody tried to break into his place. And Jon says, this guy right here, he said, this is a security video from Jon's home. He posted the footage on social media saying, this guy tried to come to my home to start some trouble. Fortunately, I had a shotgun, and you're going to see a moment when the guy realizes that the home is occupied and that the owner of the home has a firearm. And you're going to see in a second here, the guy is going to retreat from the home. There's the man running away, and then following him in a full sprint, carrying a shotgun, is Jon Jones sprinting after him. Jon posted the caption afterward, quote, ended up tapping on this guy's driver's side window with the muzzle of my shotgun last night. Next time you try to rob someone, make sure you're fast enough to outrun them. He's lucky I'm smart enough not to shoot a man while he's retreating. People, I know times are getting hard, but your life isn't worth a few material possessions. What are your thoughts on this video? What have you done differently? I made a couple of calls on this to try and get some more information, and this is what I was told. Jon says that he did not go to police because he felt like the matter was handled and he didn't feel like he needed to put the cops on the case. He was at his home in Albuquerque. He was just hanging out. If you follow Jon on social media, you know that he is a gun enthusiast. He's in a whole arsenal at his home. He shoots very often. He is also one of the greatest fighters who's ever walked the planet. He is a dangerous individual, is my point. And he believed that this guy who was at his home was trying to do bad things, and he felt like he grabbed his gun and took action in the best interest of protecting his home and his family. But he believes that the guy is gone, that he thinks that the giant shotgun was a successful deterrent, and he does not believe this man will return. Hopefully he has learned a life lesson from this, and he will go on his day. But man, I got to tell you.
We've seen, first of all, he came wrong house. Like, you know how there's all kinds of memes like wrong house, you picked the wrong house. I don't know about the not calling the cops, though, because just because he's not going to pull up at your house anymore doesn't mean that he's not going to try to rob someone else. So the only problem with I get what he's saying, but the only problem with not calling the cops is now you have a robber out there on the loose. Secondly, he said something that really stuck with me, because he said, I know times are hard, people, because there was robberies here with Vince Carter. I don't know if you guys saw, but Vince Carter's house got robbed while he was in there. He threw something over the balcony to scare the people away. But this is starting to seem like a theme going on. This is a trend happening now where people are trying to rob, I'm assuming, houses that look like they have money. Well,
unfortunately, it's been going on for a very long time. And sometimes when even really tough guys like Sean Taylor was at home, well, you know, the former NFL great was at home when somebody tried to break into his house, and Sean Taylor tried to grab a weapon to defend himself, and the people who broke in had a gun, and he was, you know, everybody knows the story. He was shot and he died as a result of his injuries. So these are tough situations, you know, and
and I'm not saying it's a new concept, but like Vince Carter got both of his houses hit, like, you know, so I'm thinking that when I say it's hard times, like, yes, there's random robberies, and then it's hard times where people are now looking for marks. So I understand that celebrities are marks always, but when things get tough, it goes up. So the numbers are going up. I mean, to get hit twice, that's kind of crazy. And for now this to happen, it's crazy.